Time to get back. Time to get back. What's she watching me for? I gotta go. Oh, what was I about to say? Oh, I was talking about the gyms in Harlem. I forgot to mention my homeboy Lonnie Bradley. I grew up with Lonnie. I grew up with Lonnie and his cousins. And Lonnie started boxing before I did. You know, we used to slap box before he was boxing. Before he learned how to box, we used to slap box all the time. He was real good. He used to get me, I ain't gonna lie. He used to get, Lonnie was good. Lonnie, I sparred Lonnie twice. There was a gym in the Bronx too. A lady named Gladys used to run it. And there was in fact, that's where they filmed one of the Rocky movies at, in the Bronx, in that gym. We used to call it Gladys Gym. I don't know what the name I forgot the real name of it. But it was an older lady that used to run the gym named Gladys. An older Spanish lady. And that's where I sparred Lonnie there one time. And I don't know, man. That fucking Lonnie was like a genie. Cause I know I was standing in front of him, and I went to go throw a combination. And when I went to go to throw the combination, he was standing behind me. I don't know how the fuck he did that shit. He was like a fucking genie. He was a fucking Johnny. Lonnie was a bad dude. Lonnie Bradley. Yeah, I grew up with him and his cousins. Me and his cousin is real cool. But you had Lonnie used to practice. Lonnie used to they called that Connie's gym where Lonnie came from. In fact, that's where the Nation of Islam used to be. The Nation of Islam mosque used to be there. And when Giuliani first came into office, he sent the cops to raid the mosque. And the cops got pushed down the stairs. Because there used to be a big stair flight that you had to walk up like two stairs. It had an elevator. And at one time, I think they renovated that building. But it had an elevator in there. But we used to walk up the stairs. And the brothers used to stand at the stairs. And all I heard was some scuffling. And before I know it, they had the whole block lined off with helicopters in the air and every fucking thing. And that's where it was a gym right there. It was called Connie's Gym. And that's where Lonnie Bradley came from. James Butler, I don't know what gym James came from. But I think James was a super middleweight. Lonnie was middleweight. Lonnie was 154 as an amateur. He was 154 as an amateur. When he turned pro, he went up to 160. Because I gotta tell people, 154 is a weight class where boxers get lost. Who do you know is a good 154 fighter? Terry Norris is the only guy you know. And that's a difficult weight class because you could be 147 or 160. Lonnie chose to be 160. He was pretty good. He was the world champion, WBO. He beat Simon Brown. Simon Brown was a bad dude from Washington, D.C. And Lonnie outboxed him. Yeah, that was a good fight. Yeah, Lonnie Bradley. Lonnie was a cool dude. Lonnie was real quiet. Real quiet, real funny. He was always playing practical jokes on people and shit. He do shit like we be sitting around talking in the corner park and you're not paying attention. Lonnie will tie your shoelaces together. And then he'll come by, pop you in the head or some shit to make you chase him. And you go to chase him and fall and bust your ass. He used to always do stupid shit like that. Always. Always doing stupid shit. He was a bad dude. He could fight. Yeah, boxing is a tough sport. That's a tough sport. Lonnie James was on the polo grounds. James Butler, Lonnie Bradley. Those are like the known guys. James was a WBO champion too, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. There's a lot of gyms in Harlem. Yeah, Gladys Gym on 149th and 3rd Avenue. That gym on 125th Street. There was 2 gyms on 105th. It was one in the park and it was one in the basement. There was a gym in Washington Heights in the basement. You had let me go. You had another gym. Where's the other gyms at? You had a gym. You had a gym on 42nd Street. You had 2 gyms on 42nd Street. You had one on 42nd Street and 8th. And then you had Jimmy Glenn's gym. Jimmy Glenn had 2 gyms. He had an upscale gym that was like 2 blocks uptown. There's a lot of gyms in New York City. Yep. That's where we run is right there. From here to there. Yeah, gyms all over New York City at that time. Yep. All right, y'all. Let me go. Gotta finish running. Take it easy. All I need is good energy.